Hi guys, welcome to another Knitting Expat tutorial, and this tutorial is going to show you 4 different stitch techniques. 2 are very similar, but 4 or 5 different stitch techniques that you will need for these socks, and these will be the Cocoon Socks. This is just a little sample that I've whipped up for the purpose of this tutorial. So yeah, let's get started. I will quickly run through the stitches that I'll be covering. We will be going over the M3, which is the make 3 stitch, the M5, which is the make 5 stitch, the knit 1E or K1E, which is the knit 1 elongated stitch, and then there's the knit 3 together through the back loop and the knit 5 together through the back loop. Now those might sound pretty self-explanatory if you've ever done a knit through the back loop stitch before, but because of the elongated stitches, it's actually there's another little step to it, so I thought that might be easier to show in video as well for some people to avoid any potential confusion. Okay, so let's get started. The pattern is written for 7 different sizes. I am showing this sample on the 64 stitch size. It doesn't really matter, the actual pattern repeat sections are the same for each size. It's just the number of stitches you have on the edge to work, it changes. So we're starting with the first patterned row. There we go. So we're just going to knit up to where the pattern tells us to start doing some stuff. Okay, so I'm now at the point the pattern's telling me to make 3, M3, and so what you do for the make 3 is you knit, then you do a yarn over, and then you knit that same stitch again. So you've made 3 stitches from that 1 stitch. You see there, you got 3 stitches. And then it tells you to make 1 elongated, 1, 2, and to do that, or as you saw there, to do an elongated stitch, or you do, typically you just wrap your yarn around the needle once and then knit it through. But for this one, you want to wrap it a second time and pull that through. It tells me to do that twice. Do that twice here, and then you get started with the actual pattern repeat, which is another 3 elongated stitches. So knit 1 elongated 3 more times, 1, 2, and then 3, and then it tells you to do a make 5. So make 5 is slightly different than the make 3. You knit 1, then you purl 1, so you bring the yarn to the front, you purl 1, take yarn to the back, and then you knit another 1. Bring the yarn to the front and you purl another 1, finally ending with a knit 1. If we can get that there, there we go. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches out of the 1 stitch you started with. And then you proceed to do another knit 1 elongated twice, and that's the end of the repeat. And then you just start again from the beginning of the repeat as many times as the pattern tells you. So I'm just gonna zip through this, knit 1 elongated 3 more times. Let me do a make 5, sorry. And then knit 1 elongated 2 more times to finish that repeat. And then we do it again. I think there's 1 more repeat in this. Another make 5. Okay, and then 2 more elongated knit stitches. And then we get to the end of the row and it tells you to do another 3 elongated stitches followed by a make 3. So the make 3 was a knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, and then just knit to the end of the row. Okay, so you'll notice that you've vastly increased your stitch count on this row. That is fine, it will all be corrected or adjusted back to the right stitch count on the next row. So I've knit round the back and I'm back round the front now to start working the next row. And following the pattern, it's telling me to knit 2 and then the repeat starts. It's knit 5. So knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, knit 4, and knit 5. And then it's a knit 5 through the back loop. So in order to do that, because these are the elongated stitches, you just slip the first stitch, dropping that wrap. So you slip the stitch, dropping that second wrap. So there's 2 wraps on the needle, you just slip it off, and you see the stitches are elongated. You do that 5 times. That's 4, that's 5. And then you slip your left hand needle in through all of those loops. There you go. And then you wrap the yarn around the right hand needle and you pull that loop through, knitting them all together through the back. And there you go. And then you do another knit 5. And another knit 5 through the back loop. So you just slip them off the needle like that, over to the other needle. So you've got all 5 on there. And then you slip that left hand needle in through all the loops. Make sure I've got all those loops probably. It's hard to do this through the camera. And then wrap the yarn and pull that through. See? And they're all looped together. Another knit 5. And then another knit 5 through the back loop. So slip, 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 and one more. And then, there we go. Knit 5 together. And then I think it's just knit 2 at the end. Oh no, there's one more. And then just knit to the end. And that's how those stitches are worked. The only other stitch that I haven't shown you is the knit 3 together through the back loop, and that's worked exactly the same as the knit 5 together through the back loop, except with 3 stitches, not 5. So, so yeah, that's how that has worked, and you can see how it's forming these lovely little clusters and decorative eyelets. So yeah, that's that pattern and how those stitches are worked. I hope you find this useful.